What's up guys, Dark Blue here, aka Blackheart909, and today we're checking out the Skyrim Mad God Overhaul mod for Skyrim VR, and this is the smoothest I've been able to get it to run, and I've made some optimizations while not sacrificing too much of the graphics quality. So in this video I'm going to be talking about what I did exactly and how I got it to run kind of smoothly for me. As you can see here, this is the lowest latency I've been able to get on this mod, which is around 60 to 70 milliseconds, which is definitely not that bad. It is not optimal. With FPS, I get 30 to 40, but it's also pretty good for this visual trade-off. So the first thing I'd like to tell you guys about is my resolution. I'm running this at 81% of the render resolution. As you can see down here below, maybe you can't because it might not be displaying what virtual desktop sees, but I am getting a more or less consistent 90 FPS by utilizing Space Warp. So Space Warp is a technology that you use on virtual desktop in order to interpolate some frames and give you an experience of a higher refresh rate than you're used to. That being said, let's just do some waiting so we can go to a different time. We're running at 81% resolution, upscaling that with FSR 3, 3.1, and then on top of that, this is the most interesting part to me, we're using DLAA to super sample that image. So you're getting really close to native, which is 100% resolution on the MetaQuest 3. That's probably a specific number, which something close to 2200 per eye. Um, yeah, so I'm just gonna walk around the world a little bit, talk about this mod, what I think about it, what I think about the FUS mod, and the sacrifices we had to make. So the first most important sacrifice would be the resolution, but beyond just the resolution, I've made a sacrifice of community shaders. Um, there are three levels of the community shaders you can choose from. There's a performance mode. There's also a quality mode, and on top of that, there's an SSGI mode. So that's like screen space, um, global illumination, which is super cool and it looks really nice, but it's super performance heavy. So I have been able to play at close. Oh, something's noticed me. Is it a time to fight? Oh, hi, rat. Well, you should have done something. So yeah, I have been able to get it to run at 90 FPS using the SSGI, but um, that required me to compromise on my latency because Space Warp has to work extra hard to generate those frames. So I was playing at around 80, sometimes even 90 milliseconds of latency. In VR, you start to feel it a little bit more. So if you'll notice even here, since I'm recording with OBS, the performance is not super ideal, but it's way better than it usually is. Okay, so now I've gone ahead and enabled the SSGI experimental mod, which is really interesting since it adds a lot of different shadows. And currently, it's raised the latency significantly. So I'm at 90 milliseconds of latency, but in exchange, you get some really good shadows and really deep colors. Personally, for my 760, 4070 Ti, I wouldn't recommend using this because it's just too much of a performance impact, and you can't really enjoy the game as much as you should with all of this extra latency. But as you can see, this nighttime scene, it looks significantly different. And in terms of performance, it's also significantly worse than it used to be. But I just wanted to show you how it looks walking around with the SSGI. and then we'll go back to the standard non-SSGI version pretty soon. So I'm just gonna go back to this bridge and do a wait until morning. The shadows look absolutely brilliant with the SSGI enabled. So here we go. It's the same foggy morning. The frame rate is a lot lower. We're at 60, which is interpolated, and we have 100 milliseconds of input latency, which, to be honest, it's not as bad as I thought it'd be, but it's also not ideal. I wonder if I wait here, am I going to see the same rat again? Let's do 3 hours. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a wolf this time. Two wolves. Yeah, this is almost impossible to fight these two wolves in any effective manner with such a high latency. I mean, I killed him, which is great, but it was choppy. So, what's our frame rate? We're sitting at 59, pretty much 5960, which means the game's rendering at just shy of 30 FPS. Oh, my floor height must be recalibrated. Actually, let me see if I can do that really quickly. Boundary adjust stationary. Go. Confirm. So yeah, just shy of. Oh, we're actually way better in terms of performance now. We're at 70 FPS. Still can't reach this guy though. Hmm. Interesting. And he's kind of deformed. Look at those hands and legs. Very interesting. So yeah, it does look a lot better with the SSGI. And the DLAA definitely makes it so you don't really feel the resolution hit as much, but you are playing at somewhere around 80% compromised resolution. Okay, let's just switch back to Community Shaders Performance and come back to the scene. And we're back with Community Shaders at Performance. This is how the game looks now, and it performs far, far better. One thing I must add is that since we're recording with OBS, which would normally take away 3, 4, maybe 5 FPS, it's taking away base FPS in this case. So each FPS it takes away, like 5 for example, would be twice as bad because it's also taking away from your um, space warp FPS. Um, in real life, the performance would be far more playable with a PC of this caliber. That being said, there are still tweaks you can do to this mod to make it run even better, but I don't think I found any tweaks, at least from the menu of this mod, the full version of it, to get a default 90 FPS. So you can reduce the sky shadows, the skybox. You can change the lighting so it doesn't really cast, it's not as dynamic, and those bring you around 30% more performance, which is great. And that would set you at natively being around 60 to 70 FPS. And then you could go for 120 with Space Warp, or you could just go ahead and run it natively. Um, but yeah, I think this mod is super nice. I think it's really playable. Initially, I didn't enjoy it as much, but now that I've spent more time with it and now that I've gotten to know it more, I really enjoy it, and I think there's definitely a use case for me to explore this game using the Mad God Overhaul. That being said, FUS is a really good alternative to this. You can get 90 FPS, base, no space warp necessary, and it also has the same physics system. It has a little bit better foliage, um, some graphics tweaks, none of these high resolution textures, and it's honestly not that bad. Oh, they just killed a giant here. Oh, look at this Jon Snow looking guy. Hi,
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
I just got here.
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity if you'd rejoined us. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is given. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlacker. The old man's got a good sense. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth.
Also, this is low foliage, so it gets even better than this at the higher settings,
Good
but it
news.
still looks pretty impressive.
Hello there.
Anyway, guys, I hope you found this video useful. I hope it was interesting watching the differences between different parts of the Mad God Overhaul. I'm just going to go ahead and look at my performance without uh, the OBS tools, and I think this is like a really intensive area, which would be a good idea to check. I'll leave it in the description if you guys are interested. If you're interested in more videos like this, be sure to let me know in the comments down below, and I will definitely try my best to cover it for you. I hope you guys found this entertaining. I hope you found this pretty to look at. I think it is. I mean, look at all these mountains. And yeah, I hope you have a good day and stay happy and stay healthy and make sure you love the people around you. Dark Ruler, aka Blackheart 909, signing off. Wow. Wow, that's just beautiful.